his hard hat. Rhod Gilbert is here now. Hello, Rhod, how are you?
Hello, I am very well, thank you. How are you?
So how did you get that call, then? Was it DIY? We'll come to this in a moment, because it's not something you're necessarily into. So how did you get that call? Why did you get that call?
I don't know. I do not know. Like many things in TV, it's just an email, isn't it? Out of the blue, saying, would you be interested in, you know, keeping Nick's trowel warm, as it were.
Did he give you advice? Did Nick...
No, I don't know Nick, but he said he put out some very nice... So the BBC asked me to do it, and I was obviously honoured and privileged, and really surprised as well, it has to be said. I wasn't expecting that email.
Yeah.
But as soon as I said yes, Nick said, you know, on Twitter, or social, I'm not really on social media, but I saw that he'd put things out saying good luck to Rhod and the team, and he was cheering us on from the sidelines. So he's been very gracious about it, and you know, and it's big. As he said, it's bigger than us. You know, it's bigger than the presenter. This is for the kids.
Yeah.
So, Rhod, you swapped your comedy for DIY, and rumour has it you're not very good at it.
Oh, yeah? Where did that rumour start? I think you just started that rumour, didn't you? I'm not... No, I'm hopeless at DIY. That's why it's called DIY SOS, I think, is because I'm so bad at it. But no, but my job is a presenting job on that, you know. It's to try and...
Don't try and weed it. You may be presenting. We'll come to that in a moment. Yeah. I want to talk about your DIY skill.
All right, well, I haven't got any. I haven't got any, so move on. That's the end of that. That's the end of that conversation. I haven't got any skills. It's a presenting job. I did muck in. I mucked in. Yeah. I guess you'd call me a labourer. So I was doing, you know, I fetched and I carried and I held.
So do you think that the producers were quite careful in the amount that they gave you and the responsibilities that
it's a presenting job. You know, it was a 2.5-acre site. There's builders there getting on with it. There's carpenters there getting on with it. There's plumbers there. There's volunteers here, there and everywhere doing this incredible stuff. And your job as a presenter is to try and make sense of all that and bring it to life for the viewer. So hopefully I've managed to do some of that.
So this was all for children in need, and you met some pretty inspirational people along the way. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, I can. Basically, so the project is St Mike's.
Yeah.
It's been going for about 30 years up in Hull, inner city Hull. Two people who run it, Matt and Joe, who are just, well, inspirational. You know, when you're sitting alongside people going, I need to try harder, I need to be a better person.
Oh, yeah.
They're just amazing. And what they do there with these kids, they have activity sessions, they teach them life skills, cooking, just self-confidence, give these kids, I guess, a glimpse of their potential. And then our job on this was to build a huge campsite for them to take these kids
so
to get away from the city.
Essentially an empty piece of land to start with. And it was... how big was it when you... Because it's sort of 2.5 acres.
Yeah, it's 2.5, or even big. Maybe bigger than that. But it's basically, it was they were given this piece of land.
Yeah.
Because they work in the inner city with kids who haven't got much access to green spaces and stuff. So they were given this piece of land, I think, by the local angling club, which is incredibly generous in itself.
Oh.
And they've been trying to do something with it for years, but it's pretty hard work. It was just a scrubland of field. So they asked for our help, Children in Need, to come in and transform it into a fully functioning campsite with hot and cold running water, toilet facilities, shower blocks, kitchen blocks, adventure playgrounds.
How long did you have?
We had... excuse me. You got me. I think we had 8... We went over. We overran. It's so ambitious. When you watch the programme, it's a big site. And what we were trying to do, I was shocked at how ambitious it was. I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I didn't realise it would be an almost impossible challenge.
Rhod,
and we did run over. We ran over by a day.
Oh, that only a day? That's nothing.
But the volunteers stayed. You know, you're going round in the night going, we're not going to finish. Who can stay? And the volunteers are like, yes. And you just... And that brings a tear to your eye in itself.
So did it get quite emotional at times?
I was in bits.
Well,
if you watch it... I'm in tears quite a lot, yeah. It's overwhelming when you see a community coming together like that. When you see, amid supply shortages of everything, from timber to glass to sand to cement, when you see it rolling into a site, when you see people working day and night for nothing, just to give other people a lift, give other people who are struggling a little bit of support. Yeah, I was in bits. Well, every 5 minutes I was crying. Luckily, they cut most of my tears out.
I want to give you a cuddle.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't even do that because of the sort of... You know, I couldn't even give them a hug when everybody's crying.
That's tonight at 9 on BBC One. Yeah. And for you, what does it feel like to be... You've just done the tour, haven't you? Been back on the road.
Yeah, yeah.
How was that to suddenly, you know, be able to? Because I think most people have been waiting 18 months for you to get out and do that.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's quite funny, actually, because the gigs I've been... So I'm on tour all next year as well. I've got loads of dates next year. I've finished for this year at the moment, but the gigs I've been doing this year, of course, have been postponed. And I think, if I'm really honest, if I'm really, really honest, if you postpone a gig once, people are still quite... You know, because... You buy a ticket to a gig, you're excited. It gets postponed once, you're still quite excited. It gets postponed twice, your excitement's waning. By the time I was coming around doing gigs, I think people were looking in and going, oh, God, is that tonight? I'd completely forgotten about it, you know. So.
But they had a good time.
They had a good, they had a good time. Once they'd remembered about it and gone along, so, then...
But good for you also, I mean, I would have thought, to be back on stage in front of people.
Yeah, any sense of normality has been great. And, of course... You know, our industry, theatres and, you know, venues and stage stuff has been decimated. So to get back out there, to see audiences again, and even the guys working backstage as well, people, you know, doing the techies and all that, just seeing everybody working again is nice, yeah.
Oh, Rhod, you're so lovely. Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, good. Well, thank you very much.
So if you want to watch Rhod in Tears, then it's DIY SOS, The Big Build, The Children in Need, as I said, tonight at 9 on BBC One. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.